Hey everyone, Kim here, Abundant Life Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me for another Mystery Mystic reading. This one is highly requested, and it is the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. She was 3 years old when she was last seen while in a holiday or apartment, like I don't know if it's a hotel or a resort. She was last seen May 3rd, 2007, and she was declared or presumed dead on June 4th, 2020. And this case has been ongoing for 15 years and 9 months. Okay, it's been going a long time because no one has officially been convicted of her abduction or anything that happened to her. So, and there's been no sightings. Now, I know that there's a young lady who is stating that she believes that she's Madeleine McCann, but I would strongly suggest, if that's the case, she gets herself a DNA test. We'll touch a little bit about that at the end of this reading. I did a tarot reading off the camera just to get a pulse of what I think is going on here with regards to the young lady who is claiming that she's Madeleine. So I have some intuitive hits based on the cards that jumped, and I'll be curious to hear what you all think. But for now, let's just start with the opening oracle reading. Okay, we're going to look at the overarching energies surrounding Madeleine McCann's disappearance. Okay, we have water, door, okay, what happened to Madeleine? Will, I know they were like by the ocean in Portugal. So Madeleine, if you all don't know, she was 3 years old, the oldest of, I guess, 3 children. Yes, because there's a set of twins. So her siblings were twins, and they were younger than her. And her family all went on this big vacation, like of 7 families, I believe, that went from the UK to Portugal. And then she disappears in the night. And there's all these theories and all this speculation. It's wild. We have broom, hag, This is interesting to me. They do have someone who they believe did this, a German national who's arrested or in, I guess, jail in Germany. And the German law enforcement feel that this guy, we'll just call him Chris B, that Chris B was the one that abducted and did something to Madeleine. Okay, so, but there's been not enough evidence, and he denies having any involvement in what happened to Madeleine. I know that there's been, from what I can tell, just from the Wikipedia, that there's been a lot of different kinds of allegations. People, we have B, suspects. All right, so let's talk about this. So let me zoom in so you all can really see what we're talking about here. We got water. Now, the thing about water is it can either mean that she went into water, she was submerged in water, but it also can be symbolic. It also can spell out location of where she may be at, near water, a city or a town near water, very close to the water's edge. I know they were at a resort, right? So I would imagine, I don't know the proximity. I haven't looked at the map. I don't know what's going on there in terms of like, you know, proximity to a sea or a body of water. But she could have been, you know, placed in a body of water, drowned, or, I hate to say it, thrown into water. Or this is symbolic of a highly emotionally it can mean like subconscious thoughts, deep emotions, something running deep, mysterious feelings, changes. It's murky. If the water, I'm feeling like the water's murky. You can't really see what's going on here. Door. Now, the door is about literally walking through a door. It's literally about going in and out, going out. I know that, you know, there could be signs of no forced entry, so that's what makes it even more of a mystery. Or there could be signs of forced entry, but maybe not the door. It could be a window. But it's interesting to me for a case where a child is missing, and one of the working hypotheses is that she was abducted. The door is interesting. Could it mean that someone literally opened the door? Or could it mean someone broke in? Sitting over the hag card, this is about a malicious and a bizarre encounter. Okay, this is about fear. Nightmares. Someone opening the door with a hag-like figure. Hags can be male or female. Many times I've been doing these readings and the hag card comes up. It does usually denote a female, but not always. The core essence of the meaning of the card is a nightmare, fears, bizarre or malicious encounters. Wheel in the B card. So we have wheel here. And this could be about like someone driving off, travel, driving to where she's at, driving away. So after going through this door, driving away. Someone driving away. This is also interesting with the B card. This is about being a part of a team, a network, being connected, working in tandem to get something accomplished. Social interactions. Now, I do know that the the parents of these 7 families, they were still on the resort, but they were going off to have dinner, and maybe check. I don't know if they were checking on the kids or not, but maybe they had some setup where they were like, okay, kids, y'all stay here. We're going down to the restaurant. So it could be just simply speaking on that. But we're talking about the energy surrounding her disappearance. I suppose it could represent the social interactions of someone looking away, a bizarre and malicious encounter happening. Maybe someone didn't lock the door. I don't know what the story is. Did someone claim that they locked all the doors and the windows and the kids were supposed to be secure? And, somehow somebody got in, because it's looking like maybe somebody opened the door and encounter a bizarre and malicious encounter. We have the broom card. I want to talk about the broom card now versus the B card for a moment. This is about getting a situation in order. It also can represent one of the key meanings that's associated with this card is an erotic encounter. A bizarre and malicious encounter and an erotic encounter. This is very disturbing and alarming. Sitting under water, this is a emotionally volatile person, perhaps. Some people could argue something happened. Maybe an accidental drowning, perhaps, and someone felt the need to clean it up, because one of the key meanings to the broom card is to clean up a situation. But I don't know. When I see these two together, this is alarming. We'll see what the other oracle cards say as we continue on with this detailed oracle reading. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that and then tie it all together. And we go back to the B card. Now, could this be some kind of network of people who do this? Are they on some sort of registry, or needs to be on some sort of registry? Also, was somebody successful in cleaning up what they had done, this malicious encounter? Is there vital evidence that is still there, or lost forever? Possibly, I would imagine, lost forever in a vehicle. Maybe there was some evidence in the vehicle. I don't know. B. So, yeah, to me, this is about someone, or being a part of a network. A network. I don't know what all this means. I'm just downloading the messages and saying it as it pops into my mind, and as I look at the cards and seeing what's coming up here. Yeah. All right, I'm going to pull from this deck, the Divine Shadow Self Oracle. Spirit, what are the shadow aspects to this case? We have guilt. Someone feels guilty. Someone is guilty. Maybe this is speaking to the suspect that they have. Or it can mean someone feeling guilty. Conflicted. Can you see that? Flighty. Flighty. Who's flighty? Anything else, Spirit? The shadow aspects surrounding Madeleine McCann's disappearance. Entanglement. Yeah. Secretive. Defensive. Wow. Okay. So we've got guilt, conflicted, flighty, entanglement, secretive, defensive. Now, again, like I mentioned before, this could mean that someone that we strongly feel like that the person may knows something or has done something is the one. Or this could just simply be heavy, heavy feelings of guilt that I'm picking up on. The guilt can be stemming from the parents for leaving their children in this home thinking it was safe, and it may not have been. Or the guilt of something happening to her, and either maybe feeling like you somehow directly or indirectly caused something to happen to her. Like I said, it remains to be seen as we do the rest of this reading to see what this is really speaking to here. Conflicted. Someone really conflicted over what they've done. That ties into the guilt. Conflicted even on the night. Do we do this? Do we not? And they ultimately did whatever they did. Entanglement is interesting. For those of you who know this case, and I know there's a lot of rumors going around, but if there's like one rumor that stands out in your mind that actually has some credence to it, it would be helpful if you shared. I just, these type of cases, they tend to take on a life of their own. So I try to stick to what we got before us here. But we have entanglement. So that's why I'm asking, like, is there something known out there that I may not be privy to? Entanglement could mean, many of things, that there's more. It's like a party of three. There's an entanglement. There is an affair. There is something going on that maybe somebody's feeling guilty about. An entanglement that led to the circumstances of her being, taken, or I don't know. Something happened to Madeleine, clearly. Secretive. There's a lot of secrets surrounding this entanglement, or just secrets in general, that's being hidden, cleaned up. Someone's got a big secret. Someone's defensive. Now, the gentleman, Chris B., he's probably defensive. He's saying that he didn't do anything, that he didn't have anything to do with Madeleine's disappearance. So that would count as being defensive. But are there other players that have been quite defensive, on the defensive all the time? Now, this in and of itself does not equate to somebody being guilty, by the way. This is just the energies. This is what I'm energetically picking up on, and we're looking at it through the cards here. Defensive doesn't mean that it doesn't translate to somebody being guilty. It just simply is. There's a heaviness of defensiveness surrounding this case. All right, thank you, Spirit. All right, I'm going to pause here, take a picture of them, and then move them over there so we can clear the space and move on to the next portions of the oracle reading. I'll be right back.